YouTube faithful, what's going on? I'm back coming at you again from South Florida where it's bright and sunny. As you can see behind me, the lights. I'm not in my normal office setup, visiting family on the road, but I'm still determined to get these videos out for you guys. So I appreciate you smashing the like button. Guys, please smash that like button. It's the only power I have to get these videos out to the masses. And now that I'm in a different location, YouTube's algorithm punishes me even more. So I really hate to ask, guys, but I appreciate you smashing the like. I really do. It's the best thing that y'all can do to help me besides liking, commenting, sharing. So now that that's out of the way, if you're new to the channel, hit subscribe. I'm trying to get to 20. Can I backdoor cover 20K subscribers before January 1st? The odds are like plus 9,050 right now, which that ain't good odds, Chief. But for those of you that are trying to help your boy backdoor cover that 20K goal before January 1st, hey man, hats off to you. I appreciate you. Smash it up. Let's get this thing done. Yesterday, it was a great YouTube video if you happen to catch it. I think I went 8-1. The only miss was Dort, who we're going right back to him today. Spoiler for today's video. He hooked. But you know what? I went to bed early, but it is what it is. I didn't get to see it go down, but I went back, checked the box scores, and my boy Dort, he absolutely got into foul trouble. He didn't play a lot in the second or third quarter. That affects it. It is what it is. You can go right back to him today at 5.5 RA. We will discuss that momentarily. But let's recap yesterday because, like I said, it was a sweep. Look at this. NFL. These were my NFL plays for the Dub Club behind the paywall. I talked about them on YouTube too. I did a mixed masterclass yesterday because, again, I'm just keeping it short and sweet. I'm on the road. Nothing crazy. Sutton's receptions. I told you guys. The 5 reception flat, I had a feeling he was going to land on 5. Cash that. Ladd and Sutton combo. Cash that. 2-0. Ladd receiving yards plus his reception goblin. Cash. 4-0. And then the darts. Bo Nix's rushing yards at 20.5. Sword and Palmer 28.5 receiving yards. Sword. I gave the warning that the game could and should be poverty, and by the score of it, it didn't look like it was poverty. But listen, Denver lost. Obviously, somewhere there was poverty in the mix. But at the end of the day, sweep it up. And on top of that, I didn't post my NBA plays directly because I forgot, but we had Kevin Durant's RA cash, LaMelo Ball's RA cash, Brogdon's PRA cash, and Dort hook, okay? Yesterday's YouTube video, if you made money, let me know in the comments. I need you guys to do the Lord's work. I have today's plays and projection sheets posted. I'm going to do the same thing for NFL tomorrow. I still have that promo code for you guys. So stop messing around and join the Dub Club / Discord right now. Okay, this promo code is going away. You go to CaptainCrush.net, click the gold package. It's right here, lowercase Curry, because he sold us that one day. Bang, first month's $15. Get in now because these football games and all the NBA stuff, you're going to want to get in the mix, and Captain Crush is the guy who you're going to want to get in the mix with. I promise you, just as sure as water is wet, I'm going to turn you from poverty into a winning process player. You can bank on it. So now let's talk about today, and we're going to open it up with Dort. Is he the play of the day? Absolutely not. There isn't really a play of the day because news is still fluctuating, but I am going to give you my insights. I'm going to try to have an NFL video out as well, but we will go over some NFL too. Bonus. First thing we're going to do, let's check up old DG and see what the market data says about our boy Dort, shall we? Right here, 5.5. There's only 2 books. Make it 3 if you count this rebet poverty that have a line for him. -130 on MGM, -121 on Caesars. So it's hard to give a complete and accurate picture with my boy Dort. But what did I tell you guys about the Thunder bouncing back? Win the game, and Alexander dropped what, 34? Is there any doubt now? I told you guys that Bucks game was an anomaly. He just shot bad. They played bad. It is what it is. Move on, put it out of your mind, and let's continue to crush. Now, some could say to go to Dort's PRA, you got push equity. I wouldn't hate that, but I'm not going to go into a deep analytical dive here on The point is, he's been getting it done. He had a hook yesterday, but you can go right back to him. The line is still the same. In fact, yesterday was at 6. I don't love this matchup for either team, Miami or OKC, but guys, there's 3 games and all the news hit. You know there's going to be blowouts and everything else tonight because it's just shaping up to be that kind of day. So let's just try to get out with a W. Limit your exposure to Dort, but definitely have some. Give him a chance to cash you again. The second guy we're going to talk about is probably the most popular play in America, and he is, and that's Kelly Oubre Jr. 1.5 assists, 7.5 RA, either one of those. And in fact, if you're really trying to get froggy, I think you could take his fantasy score at 26.5. You want to talk about wagons. On December 16th, some of you will think Captain crushes the last 5 Kings. Cinema. Wrong. I was on him on December 16th when he went and played those Hornets because I knew there was going to be narrative there. I even said it. In fact, let me find it. Let me show you guys what goes on in the Discord right quick. Here it is right here. On December 16th, okay, we could be in for a Kelly Oubre masterclass tonight, so don't be surprised. That was at 4:16. I had him on the playlist. I took his fantasy score, but these are the insights you're going to get in Discord right here. I do this stuff. I talk about the bump lines. My community gives me feedback. Guys, we do it all, but that's just a snapshot of the type of stuff you can expect. But I think it's the same thing tonight. He just plays well versus the Hornets. There is narrative there, but also they're missing everybody. So Philly should be able to do whatever they want. And I think Kelly Oubre could have a big game. Now Embiid's coming back into the mix, so that is going to take some of his usage away. So let's go break it down a little bit since we have some time. Again, I apologize. Somebody said, Kev, I didn't know you were going to the North Pole. That cracked me up. All the stockings in the back for my family. I'm at my parents' house. Just, it is what it is. Okay. It's Christmas, guys. Cut me some slack. I don't have the traveling green screen. I'm not at that level yet. Maybe one day, but let's look at his RA, right? Wagon 13, 16, 11, 10, 9 head to head. Wagon 13. He did nothing on December 2nd. Wagon on 11-10. He got 8. He did have 3 assists. And then we don't care about last season, but look at the last 20. He's been trending up with this RA, which is why I'm telling you to split your exposure. RA or his assists, okay, which is 8 of 20, but look at the last 10, 5 of 10, head to head, cash, 0 here. He had a bad game there. But then look at the fantasy score. He had 40 there, only 19 there. In the last 20, it's 10 of 20. Once again, your day shouldn't be depending on Kelly Oubre, but there's only 3 games. You're going to have some exposure to the man, whether you like it, love it, or hate it. It's just how it's going to have to be. Now, we're going to do something else. You can do this with Outlier, which is why this is one of my favorite research apps. Games with player. And we're going to go ahead and put Joel Embiid on the court. We're going to put Lowry on the court, Paul George, and Tyrese Maxey, and we're going to click apply. Now, the last time all these guys were on the court, December 8th, he had 36 fantasy score, okay? Now, in 2024, they're only giving us data for 1 game, which is that game December 8th, and he still cooked them. And that was a similar matchup, Chicago, so I'm not really that scared of these guys going. Now, if we just filter it, say you just want to know how he did with Embiid, click that, click apply. You can look at all of 2024 games he's played with Embiid, and there's only been a few. December 13th, he played Indiana, a good matchup in Chicago, and he still got it, so I'm not too worried about that. And then let's look for the double down trifecta, Kelly Oubre, and you can see right over here, 1.5 assists, minus 135, minus 125. It's okay. His RA, minus 120, minus 120, and his fantasy score is actually juiced under, but remember, there's only 1 book. So this is how I rank it in order: assists, RA, and then last but not least would be that fantasy score, 26.5. But again, our day is not depending on Kelly Oubre today, guys. You just don't want to have it depend. I'm giving you options here. I'm going extremely light today because it is Flex Friday, so I'll get my coin back. But to be honest, I'm probably only going to have $100 or so invested in NBA. There's 2 NFL games tomorrow, so I got to do projections for that. And then in addition, I'm going to try to get a video out for tomorrow's games. Definitely will have one out for Sunday's games. I'm going to get all those projections out for you guys, for the Discord faithful. I'm going to get that 2 video out in my playlist, and I'll probably use my Flex Friday for that because I kind of like that. Or maybe I'll use my Flex Friday for an all demon slip since they're doing that Picksmas thing for PrizePicks. But right now I'm in an arena state, so to be honest with you, I'm just trying to get on Hard Rock and get that done. And by the way, you Florida guys, you can use Sleeper here. I did it last night, and Sleeper's giving you a free protected lineup every single day. You play up to 20, and then they give you a free $20 lineup the next day, and it works in Florida. Use code CRUSH. Get in on this, or you're leaving money on the table. Sleeper, Chalkboard has their working too. They're using promos. Again, code CRUSH. ParlayPlay gives you full access, code CRUSH, and you get 30 days of my cord for getting in the mix. No excuses. Yesterday, the Dub Club swept. Get in the mix. Get yourself a Christmas present, buddy. And apparently, the role members fed too. I don't know. Apparently, the role members fed. We'll see about that. Now, before I talk about the other 3 plays that I like, let's go look at DG and see if there's anything that's popped up since then. And you can see Caris LeVert, 14.5 points assist. This is going to move up, and I was just going to talk about him. I love the matchup, obviously. I'm not afraid. His PRA, his points assist, all of it, this is going to bump up his points. It is a popular play. I did like Donovan Mitchell. Obviously, I love the matchup guards, but I want the easiest path. And the easiest path, my friends, is Caris LeVert's PRA. It hits right here, 18.5. It will be 18.5 by this is published. Get it on Sleeper at a cheaper price. I can all but guarantee you this line will move, and there it did. It just moved up to 18.5. I still think it's okay. I still think he's going to be able to get 19. Okay, this was my favorite play at 17.5. Of course, they moved it up. If you do want to take it at 18.5, you can. This would probably now be my favorite play, the Goblin at 9.5 points. It could be sweaty if it just gets real out of hand or he doesn't make anything, but my God in heaven, LeVert, how do you not get 10 points? Okay, we got Christmas presents to buy. We need you to do your thing. And in fact, if you're feeling like the Grinch, I think you could put his demon in the mix and get it on there. But again, 17.5 was the nut play. It is what it is. It got bumped. What are you going to do? Next, if you're looking at the steal tab, you want to consider, well, that's already out of the mix too. So we can't even talk about that. I was going to talk about Mr. Hackez, but PrizePicks is on it today, man. They are quick. You got to consider Paul George today. I just don't know what to tell you to do with Paul George because his RA seems to be crispy as crispy does, but with Embiid back, he may just decide to go back to being poverty George. It happens frequently. You know what I mean? All you guys know what I mean when you take Paul George. He either soars over or he soars under, but I will say his points rebounds at 25 and his points at 19.5 just feels way too low. But again, I don't know what to do there. I'm just leaving it to you guys to tell you guys what to do. Maxi's assists are popping, his points are popping, but again, you have Embiid in there, you got all these guys. It is a good matchup. I just went with Kelly Oubre. So but if you want to pivot from Kelly Oubre to the place that no one's gonna be, you can look to Paul George's points or Maxi's assist. Okay, everyone's on Kelly Oubre today. He's the most popular play in America, and you could pivot right over here to Maxi 5.5 assists. It gives you leverage on the field, and you can avoid those dark clouds. And Paul George 19.5 points. This has also got to be considered. It's just too low for a guy like him who can literally chuck at any time. His 6.5 point threes attempted, I think those are fine. Either one of those. Not a core play. There is really no core plays today, unfortunately. It's all just mixing and matching and darts. Now for the Charlotte side, we got to cook something, right? Miles Bridges, enter the chat, please, and let's talk. What are we doing with Miles Bridges? No LaMelo Ball. All that usage is off the court. No Brandon Miller. All that usage is off the court. What are we doing? Well, you could go to Poverty Josh Green, comment guy. You could go to some other poverty member of the team, or you could keep it simple and just go to Miles Bridges, which is probably what I'm going to do. And I think his points at 21.5 have to be considered. Pinnacle has it up at 22.5. I don't love this by any means. It's PRA. Again, it's a tough scene over here. They probably are going to get blown out. But I just, chat, I don't know how you don't have exposure to Miles Bridges. My model hates this. My model has him soaring under his points at an 18.9 projection, and the line is 21.5. Now, if we just stick to my analytical model, I'd be smashing the under. But I can't do it knowing the matchup and knowing that all those guys are out of the mix. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do there. But Miles Bridges, you got to consider him one way or the other. And then Josh Green's PRA was 14.5. They moved it to 15.5. So now I think you could consider his points at 9.5. And what I want to say about Josh Green is this. How many of you, show of hands, have gone to Josh Green in a similar spot and paid the ultimate price with your slips? Because you know as well as I do, as soon as you target Josh Green, all chalk is gonna break loose, because that just seems the way it is, guys. So maybe you could just fade that spot altogether. I'll leave it to smarter minds, but we are 100% attacking Caris LeVert, 100% gonna have some Lou Dort, Kelly Oubre Jr., and then I'll leave you with this for NBA. Maybe I'll talk about some NFL. The Miami side, you have a couple options. You got Tyler Herro's rebounds. You're not gonna find a better matchup for guards to get rebounds than the Oklahoma Thunder, okay? I don't like it at 5. I like it at 4.5. They have it at 5 here, so look for it on Chalkboard or Parlay Play. Looks like I have a few bucks on Parlay Play, so maybe I can see if they have any promos running. Let's see what they got. They got Tyrese Maxey's. They got Giannis on a boost. They got Yodani at 19.5. They got Bam Adebayo at 8.5 rebounds. They got Hockey boost. We'll take one of these boosts. I don't know what yet, but we definitely will. Probably Maxey 2.5 3-pointers. And then let's go see if they got what I'm looking for, which is Tyler Herro. We're looking in real time. I had it at 4.5 earlier, but we'll have to see if they have it. Nope. They don't have it at 4.5. You hate to see it. They do have it at 3.5. Oh no, they do. I lied. They have it at 4.5 right here. Bang! Let's go. Of course they have it. Their parlay play. This right here would give you 2x. If you wanted a double up, you could take that boost and take him at 4.5, or you could add anything else that we've talked about here. Let's take a look at Kelly Oubre. In fact, I might just make a parlay play slip here right now for the YouTube faith. Guys, you got to get on parlay play. I know people are saying this. They got super fast payouts, y'all. Okay, which is super important. Super fast deposits. Use the code CRUSH. You get 100% deposit match. They have promos each and every single day. They give you a free square too. I mean, guys, they got slash lines. They got it all. You got to get in the mix. Look at this payout for Kelly Oubre's assist. 1.85. That's cinema. I would probably take his 4.5 rebounds over here. I mean, look at 2.5, maybe that, because they don't have the line. They don't have the RA line that I want. So, okay, so we'll take Kelly out of the mix. What was the other one we talked about? Dort at 5.5 RA. Where you at, Mr. Dort? Tell me they got you at 4.5 RA. They haven't been showing a lot of RA lines. They usually come up closer to lock course, but you could take Dort at 3.5 rebounds. I think that's great too. 3.5, that puts you up there. LeVert, my boy LeVert. Tell me you got your PRA at bang. This is it. 17.5 PRA for there. So there, we won't even take, you could take Lou Dort at 3.5 here, but I'm going to take his 5.5 on PrizePicks. We got LeVert, Herro, and Maxey. It's 3.66x. Let's see if we can get one more good thing in here and get it a little bumped up a little bit. Josh Green at 14.5 PRA, 5.87x. Okay, I'm fine with that. We'll go with that. I don't love Josh Green at all. Man, I don't love Josh Green at all, but we'll try this, chat. Listen, the optimal two-man here, and I'm gonna show you, okay? I'm gonna show you. This is the four-man. This is how you would build a lineup, okay? What's my favorite one here, chat? Show of hands. It's Caris LeVert. So watch this. This is the four-man. I'm going to put 10 on there. Got 40 in the account. Bang. 10 to win 60, basically. Okay, so that's set in stone. Now, we'll go back. We'll take another payout boost. We'll take this hockey one because I don't really know about hockey. You can take whatever one you want. Giannis, Mitchell, Bam. I'm just showing you guys this for the different sports, guys. You have options. We'll just take this one at 1.4x is a good payout. Pick whatever one you want. That's not important. Whatever boost you want. And then we're taking it with LeVert's PRA at 17.5, and we're getting a 2x, 2.5x base, and there's bang. So I'm in for 20. If this one hits, I'm gonna, and the other one, let's say this one hits and the other one chalks, I'm gonna still profit $4.70 because I'm in for 20, so I'm covered. If LeVert hits and the both boosts hit, then it all comes down to Josh Green, my two darts, and I have a chance to hit massive because I'm overexposed to LeVert, the anchor here, and underexposed to the dart. Code CRUSH on Parlay Play. Get in the mix, guys. Send me the email, 30 days of the cord, like that. Simple. Crush's gift to you. I wanted the thumbnail to be Captain Crush giving out gifts. That'll be closer to Christmas. Now, we talked about Herro's rebounds. I will show you that matchup real quick just to show you guys what I was looking at. Again, guys, this slate isn't that good. It just isn't. It's just not a good slate. But you can look at the matchup for guard. Rebounds allowed to overall, they're 29th. And look, to guards 30th, okay? So if you did want to take that Bam boost, the micro matchup isn't that great. It's mid, but overall 29th. And against guards, this is the best matchup for guards to get rebounds, which is why I like Tyler Herro at 4.5. I think worst case scenario, he hooks, which is why I took it at 4.5 instead of 5. But you could take it at 5 and get that push equity. He's gone over 5 in 13, or 4.5. He's gone over 4.5 in 13 of his last 20. The matchup is mint. It's a good spot for him, period. He's exceeded 4.5 in his 8 of his last 10 games at home. Apparently the Thunder were goofing off last night in Miami outside of a hotel, so who knows? Maybe they get shelled tonight. I don't really take into that much. And then Jimmy Butler's assist line was 4.5. PrizePicks removed it and Gabi-fied it, so now they only have it at 3.5, which is, hey, 3.5 assists for Jimmy Butler. You gotta take this. 16 of his last 20, 80%. This is in fact a wagon. I don't care about the overall matchup being bad. The micro matchup is mint. Jimmy Butler, small forward. They're 21st in assists allowed to small forward. And on top of that, Jimmy Butler, love him or hate him, he's still matchup proof at the end of the day. He's Jimmy Buckets. 3.5 assists. It's a goblin on PrizePicks right now. You got to have exposure to it, comment guy, whether you love it or like it. And if you're really feeling froggy, you can hit up that demon line, baby. Now, I've covered a lot here, guys. I've talked about 6 or so different players, giving you my takes, made a parlay play lineup, mix and match. That's the way to do it. Mix and match. You never know when we're going to sweep. Yesterday, we went gentleman sweep for NBA, 4-1, and a full 6-0 on NFL. You never know when it's going to happen. And speaking of NFL, let's take one last look before I get out of here. And we got games for tomorrow all the way up until Christmas. It's absolutely cinema, guys. Now, I know there's 2 games tomorrow, but I did want to tell you to take this play early in case it bumps. Josh Jacobs, 88.5 rushing yards. You know their whole job is to feed this man. He got fed. Last time he smashed everything. I'm going right back to him. His first quarter, his full game. Josh Jacobs, 100% will be a staple. I don't care about the matchup. I don't care about any of that. I know he's in the mix. His rushing yards, his rush plus receiving yards, all the Josh Jacobs, and his first quarter rushing yards as well. You could gamble on that till your little heart's content. You want to talk about wagons. You can't talk about wagons without Josh Jacobs. He's not on here yet, but he will be. Now, I'm not a fan of the 2 games tomorrow, but if I was going to target any of them, it would be Lamar Jackson's rushing yards goblin, either one of these, 29 or 39, and just let Lamar cook. And then I have a controversial one, which I don't think a lot of people are going to like. I have 2 sides of the coin. You could, if you think Mahomes' injury is fine and nothing's going to happen and they're going to unleash him, the demon pass TDs, 100% in play. If you take that, if you think the narrative that he's fine and everything's going to be good, they should be able to handle business. If you think that he's going to be limited because they don't really need to do too much to win this game, you could take less 33 and a half pass attempts. He's been covering this line, but again, if you don't think that he's going to be 100% and he's going to be limited, that would be that. Most of my exposure is Sunday. I'll have limited exposure on Saturday, but again, the longest yards, that's that. This is mainly for NBA today. Guys, that promo is still running in the Dub Club. You will get access to my live streams, which run 6 days a week normally, my projection sheets, which you saw for NFL, NBA projections, plays, slips, you name it, you get it, access to all of it. It's promo code Curry lowercase. It's going away soon, so get in the freaking mix. Smash that like button, guys. I'm sorry I'm out of town, but here's the salute. Good luck in all your contests, and as always, my brothers and sisters in Christ, let's crush.